Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the K10 build. Now, I said I didn't have any more K10 content to go through this winter, but I actually found something that I've honestly been putting off for a couple years now, and it's getting to the point where it needs to get done. The truck's getting wrapped up in the spring, so this is something I can get done in the meantime in these cold winter months. And that, of course, is this front drive shaft. Now, like I said, I've had the truck for 3.5 years now-ish, and this is something, took it off, threw it in the shed, and then just never touched it since because it wasn't a huge part of the build. Like, I can still drive the truck in two-wheel drive without this being in there, but obviously it needs to get done at some point, and that time is now. So I have all new U-joints for the, this is diff side, and then I have the two U-joints for it in here, and then I'm just hoping that this ball and socket type deal inside of this, you can kind of see it in there. I'm hoping it's salvageable. If it's not, well, it looks like I'm going to be getting a new drive shaft, but this needs to get figured out right away here so that I can, well, if I need to, then I can order one or I can get a hold of one, that kind of thing. And I also need to make sure that this slip joint is going to collapse and extend like it's supposed to, because obviously the truck's been lifted, so I'm sure this is going to need to be extended further than it was originally when the truck was at stock height. So I'm going to go ahead, pull the U-joints out, pull this whole mechanism apart. I've never dealt with these, but hopefully it's fairly simple, looks fairly simple. Pull it all apart, see what kind of stuff we're working with here, and if everything's in good shape, we'll clean this up and give it a coat of paint before I put new U-joints in it. I have the drive shaft all disassembled now. The two main shafts, I have the end yoke, if you want to call it the yoke, and then I have this CV joint thing, whatever you want to call it. And then this is kind of the guts of what's inside of that ball CV joint. So these, at first I thought these weren't actually supposed to be all separate, but it turns out they are. They're three separate pieces. Then you have this spring that goes behind it, which is obviously sacked out and no good. There's a washer in there, there's a seal in the end. These are just U-joint caps. And it turns out you can actually get a rebuild kit with all this brand new. Actually comes with a new ball as well. So I can replace the ball on the end of this shaft. And it's only like 18 bucks on Rock Auto. It's actually not that bad. So I have that ordered up. That'll be in later this week. But for now, I went over all these parts with a wire wheel. Got all the rust and dirt off of them. So I'm just going to coat them with this trim clad rust paint. Nothing too fancy, same stuff that's on the frame, so it'll match, and it should be a fairly durable coating because obviously I have to pound the new U-joints in, so I kind of want the paint to be somewhat tough and easy to touch up as well. I can just touch it up with the brush when I'm done with it. And then this is the rubber boot that was on this joint here. Clean it up a little bit, small hole in it, but not too worried about that. It doesn't need to look perfect. And this was actually very stuck together when I got it. So I stuck it in a vise this way. So the female end was down, sprayed it with penetrating fluid and let it all soak in. And then slowly over time, I was able to work the shaft up and down and up and down, and it would go further and further every time. Then just keep spraying it, keep letting it soak. And I was able to get the shaft all the way out, and I cleaned up the spines on both ends, and now they slide between one another quite nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead, coat all this with the rust paint, and then probably fast forward a couple days, and I should have my parts to rebuild this and put all my U-joints in. Fast forward a couple weeks now, I have this rebuild kit that I actually found on Rock Auto. I was surprised I was able to find the rebuild kit for this drive shaft. Now this was around $20, I want to say, which I thought was a steal, honestly. It comes with 2 different springs, which is kind of odd to me considering there's only one in the drive shaft, and it is this one. So if we compare it, looks like I'm going to be using that short spring. Don't know what this one's for. Maybe it crosses over to different drive shafts that these other parts interchange with. Anyway, so that's the spring. I will be changing this ball over because, as you can see, this one's kind of more of like an acorn shape, and then this is like a nice round ball. So I will change the ball over. There is special tools to do it, but I think I'm gonna end up cutting this one off because it seems to be on there really tight. And then probably put this in a toaster oven, heat it up like 200 degrees-ish. Maybe put this outside, let it cool down. And then hopefully just tap it on. Probably not. Might have to set up something in the press. Put something behind here and then press it on, whatever. Then it comes with the 2 washers, the seal for the end, and then the 3 pieces that are the cup for the ball to sit in. It didn't come with grease. I'm just going to use regular old like wheel bearing grease. And yeah, we're going to try cutting this off, pressing the new one on, and then hopefully we can start putting this together with new U-joints. So I got that ball switched over. This one had to cut the hell out of it in order to get it off. But I did get it off. Then this one just pressed on there. I didn't even end up heating it actually. I just put it in the press. It pressed on there really nice, went on there straight. No problem there. Then I went ahead and put in this first U-joint. So you would slide it into the shaft. First, put your 2 caps on with the 2 inside clips. Then kind of work this onto there. Obviously you have to pull the caps off first, and then you can kind of make it fit on there. Put the 2 caps in and those 2 clips. That last one I did have to use a ball joint press to press it together just enough to get the clip on there. Not enough that you break it, because I have blown the caps off of these before. Blow the inside of the cap out because you have too much pressure on there. But most of the time I end up just using a hammer. And that works most of the time. But sometimes you do need some sort of ball joint press just for that last clip. So the last thing, I need to put my grease nipple in there. Then I'll go ahead, put the U-joint in on this side, and then this one, or no, I'll put the U-joint in this piece first. Then I'll have to load all those parts into here, and then somehow get this to fit on there with the U-joint going in there. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet. Probably going to read the service manual again just to make sure. But hopefully I do it right the first time. If anybody's curious, these joints, the joints that go in the CVs are 534Gs from Moog, if you're curious. And they're inside clip, both of them. And then the one on the end, that'll be way on, that'll be on the other end with the splines on it. It's a 280, and that's an outside clip U-joint, just in case you're curious. So now going off of the GM service manual, now that I have this U-joint in here, says you start out with a fairly clean cavity. It's not perfect, but all the old grease is out and there's no chunks of metal or anything in there. It says you're supposed to lubricate the parts. It says you start with this spring. I don't really know how to lubricate a spring, but let's do something like that. Just regular old wheel bearing and chassis grease. Supposedly that goes in first with the smaller of the two washers. There's two washers. Put the smaller of the two in. Then you have the three pieces that make up this cup that are supposed to go in next. Again, I don't really know how you're supposed to lubricate this, but throw some grease on the bottom so they stick down. Sure. Something like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of grease here, just kind of put it inside where this ball is supposed to go. Because once this is put together, you can't access it at all. You can't grease it. It is a sealed unit. So finally, let's put this big washer on the top, which is actually kind of a tight fit, but it does slide in, thankfully. Thankfully it does slide in. Wipe off the grease, and then there's this seal. I imagine it'll go this way. Taper goes in like this so that the ball goes through like that. And then this is just kind of a press fit. And hammer it till it's just a little bit past flush. That's how the old one was. Something like that. Finally, we'll throw just a little bit more grease, mainly on the lip of this seal, so we don't wreck it when we insert the ball. And that should do it. So I'm going to go ahead, try to assemble this onto the main shaft, and then try to do the other end of the shaft, put the U-joint in there, and then should be able to assemble the whole thing. So I got this half of the shaft put together and this half of the shaft put together. This one's the easy one, just those two caps, and then this is done. This end here, this is the outside clip one, and the two inside ones are over here. This was a bit of a pain to assemble with the ball in there, because you have to try and line up the U-joint, get it in the holes, while also pushing the ball into its socket. And then in order to get the caps on the U-joint, you have to compress the spring a little bit so that the U-joint will center in the holes. So it's a bit tough. You might have saw me with a clamp, kind of trying to clamp the two U-joints together. There isn't really a good way to do it. Just kind of play around with it and get it centered, and then you'll get the caps in there, no problem. But the ball and socket assembly, it moves really nice. It feels super tight. Same with this one too, it feels quite tight. It's way better than it was. So the last thing that needs to get done, obviously this boot needs to go on here. I'll grease up this spline shaft with the same lubricant I used in there. I'll grease all the U-joints, and then this thing will be ready to go on the truck. So that's going to be a wrap on today's video. Hopefully this helped you out if you're trying to rebuild the drive shaft on one of these trucks. I'm sure it's very similar process for any other truck with a CV joint in the front drive shaft. Like I know the Dodges have it. A lot of GMs have it up until they went to slip joint into the transfer case. So hopefully this helped. If it did, leave a comment. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.